What's going on, y'all? Mr. Octagonal here. We are back with the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 20. Last episode, Miles Sanders had a breakout opportunity to move up to superstar development 1 week after he moves up to star, and unfortunately, he was unable to complete it, mainly because he got hurt in the second quarter. He only had like 55 yards in the game. He didn't do bad during his carries, but I don't even know if it'd be likely that he'd hit 150 yards or 3 touchdowns by the end of the game, so he probably wouldn't have gotten it anyway, but maybe we would have force-fed him late. Also, we've got ourselves a new breakout player, the rookie Lawrence Parnell, and this is a weird one because he has hidden development trait. I do not know that hidden dev players could have breakout opportunities, and as you can see, he has 100 more downs to get that development revealed. And it said we had to get 150 yards or 3 touchdowns, which is generally what someone needs to move up from star to superstar. So that means that Lawrence Parnell has star, and back in week 1, I was curious. I looked. He did have star, so I can confirm. But he's been a really great addition to the receiving corps this year. He's been a nice replacement for Freddie Bonner-Sanders, who was traded to Buffalo because of the off-the-field stuff, and because Parnell was the only good player on the board at 27. And this receiving corps as a whole has been really good this year. I mean, we've got quite the foursome of Juju, Hockenson, Parnell, and Kenny Golladay. I think we need to get Golladay in more big plays like we had the past couple years, but other than that, I think all the numbers are great. And outside of those 4, our next leading receiver has 1 catch. To be fair, it is an 86-yard catch, but still, That's 1 catch, and the rest of the whole offense might have like 5 catches other than these 4. So as you can tell, these guys are a big pieces to the squad. We had a player of the week last week in the win against Washington. That was quarterback Tez Lawson, his second NFC player of the week this season after getting one back in week 1 versus the Miami Dolphins. And fittingly for defense, Landon Collins ended up winning player of the week. So we had one of our guys and one of our opponents. So we have the Vikings today. They've gotten youth at quarterback, Antoine Ann, in the 3rd round a few years ago. But their guy's rookie, Luis Salazar, picked in the late 1st, or I think it was the early 2nd round, I want to say. Second quarterback off the board out of Oklahoma. And, he's been pretty good for Minnesota so far. 7 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Good completion percentage. He's been really solid for Minnesota. They have not had a star quarterback in a hot minute, it feels like. It seems like they've always just had a bunch of stopgap guys. Now they might finally have their long-term answer in Salazar. So here we go, Week 6 action. The 3-2 Minnesota Vikings going to be hosting the 5-0 Detroit Lions. Yes, the Lions are undefeated, playing some good ball. Not everyone's been perfect, but the Lions are winning ball games, and they're looking like they could be legit Super Bowl contenders. I can't believe those words are coming out of my mouth. First quarter, 2nd and 4. Here's Adam. He's feeling it. Adam feeling the first down. Luis Salazar had an incredible start to this game. I think he might have started off 21 for 21, which is nuts. And you know what else is nuts? This 30-yard run for Alexander Madison, the 4th-year running back out of Boise State. So now 3rd and goal from the 2, short pass over to the tight end, Irv Smith, and he is a yard short. So that'll force the field goal unit to come on, and they would end up making the kick as Minnesota now leads it 3-0. That was Caleb Joseph who made it. So here's the Lions offense. Let's see what Tez and the boys can do. Lawson on first down under pressure. And he's going to be sacked by Gregory Watts, the former Illinois pass rusher. So a few plays later, 2nd and 8 from the 40. Tossed to Miles Sanders, and he loses 5, courteous of Danielle Hunter, one of the best defensive linemen in the league. I'm sure Detroit's rushing attack really misses Kerryon Johnson, who's still supposed to miss another 3 to 4 games with his injury. However, on 3rd and 13, win it out. Get it to Boo Boo Schuster, also known as Juju Smith-Schuster, for the nice first down. And then here's Miles Sanders. He has a few blocks, and he's going to capitalize. Miles Sanders down the field, pushed out of bounds by the former number 1 overall pick, cornerback Kirby Sanders, now in his 3rd year out of NC State. And then 2nd and goal, Lawson getting it over to the rookie, Lawrence Parnell, the Louisville product, for the touchdown, and the Lions will take the lead 2 touchdowns away from the big superstar development. And Detroit now up 7-3, but Minnesota is having a nice little drive at the 19. They are just going slow and steady, and here on 2nd and 3, much of the same. That's Jamar Golden with the first down. Golden starting in place of the injured running back Dalvin Cook. 2nd and 6, there's Alexander Madison losing about 8. Yes, 8. Courteous of Tracy Walker. So now 3rd and goal. Salazar, he's going to try to get it for the end zone, and he launches a dot to Stephon Diggs for the score. No relation to former Lion Quandre Diggs, who left this offseason. And now the Lions have it back. There's Zach Zenner with a nice run. According to Michael Bennett, the top white running back in the NFL. To be fair, he did say that when McCaffrey was still in college. And then here's T.J. Hockenson bringing it to the 10, a former Iowa Hawkeye, now in his 4th season. Wonder how much he's going to get paid next offseason, but I've got to assume the Lions are going to give him a big deal. 1st and goal. There's Lawson looking for the end zone, but he's going to be picked off by Mike Hughes. You can't spell intercepted without the D. Lawson's, I want to say, 7th interception of the year. He has not been super efficient when it comes to turnovers, but other than that, he's been great as the Lions get a nice stop on that screen pass. However, the Vikings are still moving it. There's Irv Smith bringing it to the 15. Salazar, 16 for 16. Now 30 seconds to go. One hand, don't care. It's Shaquem Griffin with the sack. So the Vikings are going to be forced to kick the field goal. Greg Joseph's kick is good. And Minnesota is going to be up by 6 as we move on to the second half. Vikings starting with the ball. First play of the half, it's a fumble. The 4th-round rookie out of Oregon, Jaquavius Highsmith, forces it. And the 2nd-round rookie, Mike Renwick, out of Illinois, picks it up. 2nd and goal, Lawson over to the rook. Lawrence Parnell, his 2nd touchdown of the day. And just like that, the Lions are up. The Vikings had the ball up by 6 to start the second half, and now a minute later they're down. But things aren't looking too bad for them. There's the former Alabama tight end Irv Smith with a nice play before being tracked down by Justin Coleman. Now 3rd and 4. Lawrence Parnell. Okay, Boomer. He gets it to Ivan Holt. I can say okay, Boomer about Salazar since he went to Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner. 2nd and 3. Salazar. Short pass. That'll be a touchdown for Minnesota in the hands of Norman. And the Vikings are back up. They're going to try to go for 2, make it 21-14, basically a 7-point game. And Jamar Golden, he's the golden boy as he gets the score. So Minnesota's up by a clean 7. Lions have it back, and yeah, that happened. 3rd and 3, Lawson's pass is way off the mark for Hockenson. Minnesota has it back. 2nd and 1. Flag on the play, but Salazar launches an absolute nuke. You might as well call him Kim Jong-un. And it gets picked off by the former Minnesota Viking, Harrison Smith, who left the team this offseason to sign with Detroit. The flag would be a holding call on Brian O'Neill, so the Lions would wisely decline the penalty. They get the ball back. That's Harrison Smith's first interception as a Lion, fitting it's coming against his former team. Salazar's first incompletion of the game is on 2nd down. There's Danielle Hunter doing what he does best, and that's finding the backfield. 3rd and 20. Lawson going to try to go for the big play, and he gets it to a big-time player. Juju Smith-Schuster brings it all the way to the 12. And now the Lions are in striking distance from the 7. Lawson going to drop back to throw it. Guess who that is? Lawrence Parnell, the rookie, with his 3rd touchdown of the day, getting the hat trick. We're not even out of the 3rd quarter yet. Hope that superstar development treats you well, buddy. And this game is all tied up. 1st down. There's Trey Flowers with the sack. It's been a quiet start to the year for Flowers, but, he's still doing his thing as a veteran. 3rd down now. Deep pass. It's broken up by Amani Oruwariye. No flag. There could have been a defensive pass interference there. But nice play by Oruwariye nonetheless. So the Lions have it back. 21 apiece as there's Kenny Golladay with the juke move. And he is gone. 72 yards to the house. Gappy Galladays. Shout out to Kaz for the catchphrase. Showing off the Fortnite dances. And the Lions are up 28-21. Salazar on 3rd and 7 is going to be sacked as Mike Renwick, the rookie, going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. Lions have it back now, trying to finish this game off. 3rd and 4. Juju gets stopped by Kirby Sanders and another defender. I believe that's Ben Gideon. So the Vikings have it back. Salazar sacked in the end zone by Jaquavius Highsmith and friends, but they're going to say he was not in the end zone. If we look at this replay, Salazar's knee sort of curves out. I do think his knee sort of touched in the end zone, and the Lions would decide to challenge the spot of the ball. I think this is a smart challenge. Nice play by Highsmith. He's having a career game. 2 sacks so far. And that one was really close. It might be too close to overturn. And it ended up standing. So the Lions would lose a timeout. That play was too close to overturn. But Detroit would end up getting the ball back. 3rd and 6. Sanders had the first down, but he went backwards. And he does not get it. So Minnesota has another chance. 3rd and 5. There is Salazar. Passes broken up by Darius. Big play Slay. So 4th and 5. They're going to go for it. I would punt it, but whatever. As Ivan Holt gets the first down. So the Vikings are going to keep it alive. However, it's not looking too hot for them. Shaquem Griffin gets the sack. Now 3rd and 20. Salazar trying to get it deep, and the pass is broken up by Chidobe Awuzie. So 4th and 20. Once again, the Vikings have all 3 timeouts. I don't know why they're not punting. They're going to go for it as the pass is nearly picked off by Darius Slay. And now the Lions are just going to try to finish this game off. 2nd and 8. Handoff for Miles Sanders. And he's going to go get some first downs, as I was getting a little bit too premature there. Now on 2nd and 2, the Lions will get some divisional bragging rights. It's actually Zach Zenner with the touchdown. The former, I want to say, South Dakota State Jackrabbit? Could be wrong about that. Vikings have it back. Here is Luis Salazar scrambling like he's late on a date. He gets sacked by Jared Davis. And that's all she wrote. Lions win it 35-21, and they improve to 6-0.